this is going to be an end, really, to the bike build. So you've seen the bike, it's been built, it's ready to go. We've ridden it, we're happy with it. But the one thing we wanted to do was paint. So we're going to get into stripping the bike down today. We're going to get the car moved over here, bike stripped, hidden over there, and we're actually going to build a booth in the garage. So we're going to put together a timber booth, all polythened in, everything stays clean, and we're going to give it a go on my first real attempt at painting stuff. Worst that can happen is I completely mess it up. For the sake of 100 odd quid's worth of paint, let's give it a go ourselves and see what we can do. It'll be a fun experience anyways. And just like that, we're stripped. That was about 40 minutes, but everything's labelled, done, so I know what's going back on where. It was all pretty self-explanatory, but I just thought, hey, we're there, we'll do it. Minus the fuel tank and the seat, I think you'd probably ride it. Yeah, we'll get this stored away somewhere. This is our pile of parts for paint. It's quite significant, so we're going to need a fairly good area to lay it all out and paint all this. But yeah, let's get the bits off of these. We've got to get gauges stripped out, speakers stripped out, stuff out the fuel tank, rear light, headlights, bag bits and bobs and clips off. But apart from that, we are ready to rock and roll. So yeah, let's get on with it. So today has mainly been prepping. So as you can see, we built the booth from the time lapse, and I've prepped all of the stuff today. I didn't film it because I didn't think you'd want to see me sat there sanding proud. But as we go into the booth, everything is ready, prepped, done, on the stands, ready to go. Fairly small in here, so I'll have to be really careful with what I'm doing. But we're going to wipe all this down now with some panel wipe and a tack cloth, and we're gonna wet the floor a little bit so that it keeps dust down, and we're gonna shoot some primer on areas that need primer. The ends of the bag certainly need some. Yeah, give it a go. So let's get priming. So we had a bit of a disaster. The booth at home was so well sealed, we were getting issues with solvent in the air. So very kindly, a good friend of mine, Leon, has a small booth at his paint shop, Newton Abbott Paint Centre. Go check them out, they're very good. And he's said I could come and spray the stuff here, so that's what we've done. But because we both put our heads together and had two minds rather than one, we've gone a little over the top with the paint. So the simple paint job has now transpired to this. The other beauty of doing it here, Leon's been able to supervise me. And here's the man anyway. So we are almost done. We've got a few last bits to do. But we've been taping and masking and stenciling and airbrushing our little hearts out for the last week. But we're looking good. It's done. The bike is painted. Did you think I was going to do a time lapse and let you see it come together step by step? No. It's pretty out there, but let's see what you guys think. So let's talk you through it. We've gone with a lacework on some of the panels. Got the little JB Speed and Fab logo in there. To break it up so it's not all lacework, we've gone fan effect on various panels. We've done some random stained glass window kind of effect. Then we've continued with the same theme throughout the bike. The nice Harley fade out logo with the split logo. I think it suits it amazingly. We've not gone over the top in terms of trying to cover every panel surface. It's already over top enough. For those who like the black front fender, I'm sorry, it's matching. We've gone white. Round the front, we've gone for this split fan effect to sort of give us the centre point of the bike. And then the nice little fender into the white. But yeah, I'm really happy. We've also got rid of the clock surrounds. They're gone. It's cleaned all that up there. We can now see the Geezer Glide trees really nicely and fork caps. We've moved the gauges up here with a relocation plate. And we've also done the helmet to match. So did think if we were going all out, I might as well go all out. So there's absolutely no doubt who's riding the bike now. I think I just hit that. Oops. But hey ho. It's better hitting it there than with my head in it. But yeah, that is it. For the minute, we are sort of done. They're never done. There's a few little bits we want to do. We've got a Thundermax management system coming to try and help tie everything together. Went on a fairly long ride a couple of weeks ago, first one out since some sort of damage with back. The underneath of the bags were really black. I think it's overfueling slightly with the exhaust and the air cleaner now, so Thundermax should tie that together really well. I did also go blue to match the hot rod blue windows. I think is my thing now. Might even have to do the daily windows blue. I've got a massive thank you I need to give to Leon and the Newton Abbot Paint Centre. So we use the inside booth, as you saw. We were having issues with airflow in here and getting rid of the solvent in the air. So Leon jumped in and really kindly allowed me to use the booth down at Newton Abbot Paint Centre, so it was really cool with them. And he actually stuck around and helped me do most of it, which was really nice, because I think once I got into the pattern and the airbrushing and stuff, he sort of guided me through it and did a lot of it with me. So yeah, it was I was on a taping and patterning mission, and he jumped in and really laid it up so it looked really good. I can't thank him enough for that, because I probably would have had a load of runs and bits in the lacquer, but I was putting it on too heavy, so he's jumped in and saved that. It was a bit of flatting to be done, but to be fair, this is it. It needs a machine polish, but this was the finish we got out of the gun. So yeah, big props to Leon for getting it over the line and helping me with that. But that's it. So thank you very much. If you like what you saw, do the old like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. We're back on some more hot rod content now, so the 32 is going off to be put somewhere else. I've got a friend's Model A coming in. We're going to do a full 32 grill shell conversion, some work to the front end. It might have had a little bump we've got to sort out. We're going to try and lower it, build an exhaust system for it, ram horn headers, loads of work. So yeah, that's coming up. So that'll be the next sort of series of videos. We're going to try and smash that out fairly quickly. That's a quick turnaround, going to try and get it done in 3 or 4 weeks. So stay tuned for that one on the next video. But until then, thank you very much. Cheers for watching and see you later.